are you guys finding your boyfriend? And don't say Instagram and don't say Tinder.
I also would like to be granted part of the LLC money, and I would like to have the total value of the Jeep in my name.
Why it's like you be overqualified for looking good, having your shit together, working hard? Like, why is it like that in the dating world?
But when he walks home and he sees me, I want him to say, that's mine. I want him to be proud.
If you hate black men as a black woman, you really hate yourself.
Welcome back to Motor Life. Before I get into this video, like, comment, subscribe. Also, smash that notification bell just to be sure you get on my videos as soon as I release them. Let's get into this.
One of my male coworkers who is married with kids texted me this during our morning huddle, and let it be known, we all work remote. I've never met this man in person. I've only been at the company for 6 months. And again, he is married with kids. Is this weird or am I overreacting? I literally don't know what to do.
My brother messed up. How did you do? He probably liked her. I don't know what he's thinking. He should know better. Don't talk to them at work, especially you working remote. You don't know that girl. She could be a maniac. Same thing with him.
Men really think that bad are just these mythical creatures. I mean, we are, but that we don't have personalities. Mother, I promise you I'm funnier than you. I promise you. The other day I was talking to my guy friend and he's like, oh, before I really got to know you, I put you on a pedestal in my head because you're her, you're that you run. And then he's like, and then you open that big fat mouth. And I realized she's weird as she's funny. I was like, no way.
Man, you know what's sad? My man gassed her up. You're average. You're an average looking lady. You're about a 4. And why do they always do this? Always the average ones that act like that. Man, this is ridiculous.
Quick question, where the are you guys finding your boyfriend? And don't say Instagram and don't say Tinder. Genuinely, how?
I want something feminine and delicate.
I literally in college, there's hundreds of men around me. None of them want me.
Did you see the way you just sounded? I'm sorry, but when she in her chin and face, it was just off. She doesn't see it though. She didn't see it. And guys see that when they're talking to you, they see that. It seems like you have a screw missing. That's the truth. That's how you look. Somebody needs to tell the truth.
I just told a guy to lose my number for something so seemingly insignificant, but I decided to, anytime I'm dealing with any kind of dilemma with someone that I'm potentially dating or talking to think, what would I tell my friends if they came to me with that dilemma? Here's what happened. I went on a date with someone. It went well. We were talking, whatever, and the conversation randomly dropped off. I had texted him something about whatever, my day or whatever, and he just dropped off for 2 days. I got pissed off and I was like, yeah, that's just rude. But then he popped up and I was like, you know what? Shit happens. We all get busy. And stuff, and I do sometimes suck at texting, but I'll eventually be like, hey, not ignoring you. I'm doing A, B, and C. We were making plans to hang out on another date, and he disappeared in the middle of making plans. And I was confused. I was like, you know what? If I came to me as my friend and I said what happened, what would I say? I would tell me to no. So anyway, I texted the guy and I said, lose my number.
Not his loss, his gain. You're on social media talking about it. His gain.
At that time when you separated, did your wife leave the marital residence and go to another state?
She did. She was removed by the police from the residence.
Is there any reasonable expectation of reconciliation with your wife?
No.
Now, you don't have a final decree, but you had a prenuptial agreement. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay, and that's her signature and your signature on the prenuptial agreement.
That's correct.
Any objection, Miss Fun? Okay, what's your objection?
This prenup was made in scratch. It was signed by both. It has scratches. It was not legalized. And I don't think a document like that could be a valid.
Did she just say it was made in scratch? What does she mean? It was made in scratch? Like he just made something and put it on paper? Let me hear more.
Prenup. It was not signed by a notary or a lawyer, and it is totally a scratch.
Okay, Mr. Starr, your response. She's
Okay.
making a legal argument that it's not a valid prenup because there's some formalities that were required formalities that were not attended to or in the document.
Mr. Minusco, did you have a lawyer draft this? Did you,
I did not.
okay. Well, it's an opposing party statement, Your Honor, and they're both of sound mind. And they agreed to this going into the marriage, and parties are able to contract among themselves. And this is a contract between two parties.
All right, you want to put it on the screen?
What would you like the court to do?
I would like the court to grant me safety and security in this country by having health insurance provided by my husband, from Ireland, of course, because I moved here and I now have no family, no nothing here, and I need to start my life. I also would like to be granted part of the LLC money, plus I help him running the Airbnb, and I help it taking care of the tenants of the Airbnb people. I help it with the yard. I help it painting the house. I help improving the house for the rental income that he was making. So I would like to have granted some of that money from the LLC. Also, also be part of the Kalama Street house. And also I would like to have the total value of the Jeep in my name.
The audacity. Based on the testimony and the documents, the prenuptial agreement, for one, I haven't completely looked at. Petitioner's Exhibit 2 was admitted, but I'm not sure there was testimony on all of it. So what I'm doing is basically they call it taking it under advisement. Some people say taking it under avoidance, but actually I need to lay everything out and see what was pleaded and what testimony supported those pleadings and, what the prenup actually says, because I didn't see all of it. So, that would go into my, decision on a fair and equitable, division of the marital estate. And, based on the testimony, whether the house was separate and what's the deal with the LLC and the Jeep and all that. So basically judges take things under advisement when they need more time to look at the documents.
As I have the knowledge, also the 401k savings, that it's also part of the community property.
All right. I'll put that down on your closing argument to look at the 401k and see how that should be divided. All right.
My man had a prenup. That's why I wanted to listen more. Written on his own. That's what it sounds like. Are you thinking? Are you using your brain? Bro, it's not final yet, but it probably can get thrown out. And she's going for your 401k. She knows. She planned this to a T. She's probably going to win, my bro. And she's probably going to get half of your 401k, half of your retirement savings, and whatever else she can think of. She hasn't figured it out yet. But when she talks to a lawyer again, and the lawyer says, oh, well, he probably has this, she's going to look into your social, see everything you have under your name. Half. And who did it? You. Because instead of getting a regular prenup signed and getting it notarized and also signed by lawyers, her lawyer, you wrote it in chicken scratch. I didn't believe it when she said it, but I see now You may lose your money.
You'll never see a middle-aged man trying to make friends with a 19-year-old boy, right? Why? Because a 19-year-old to him is too immature and not on the same level. But when it's a 19-year-old girl, all of a sudden, she's so mature enough to be a wife. And this is where the double standards get real. This is not about maturity. This is about control and power dynamics. They don't see these girls as mature. They see them as easily manipulated young girls who they can control and who will put up with their... I'm not making a dig at age gap relationships as a whole, but at recognizing the dynamic where the difference is control versus respect. Middle-aged men only see 19-year-old girls as mature when it suits their predatory behavior.
No. They're not like you. That's what it is. They're not poisoned yet. That's why men go for them. They've been poisoned with the feminist propaganda of the West, right? I sat there today. This blew my mind. I go through Cebu. We're asking questions. And one of the questions we asked was you for coffee, a dinner, or a walk for a date? A lot of them said coffee and a walk. Coffee and a walk.
Are you kidding me?
And yes, they were young. They're not yet corrupted. Even some said dinner. You know what they said? I like to eat. And when we said the price, they were saying $10, $20. Not even 20. Most of them said 10. Their minds are not corrupted yet. That's why men are going overseas, actually. Because guys know they can't get it back home. Look at you. Corrupted.
Is it Christmas Day? Because you don't have a present I want to return.
Return. Why are you returning?
What?
Return. Why are you returning?
The
present you want to open. No.
Exactly like I said. A president wants to return.
Yo, I saw a dude on this app say that he was like wanting to hook up with this girl. So he figured that she had like a 6-date rule, or like a 3-date rule. So he made sure that he like made a date, like 3 dates in a week. I was a victim to this. I was like, why does this guy keep making plans to see me? Like, he wants to hang out with me so much. He loves me. He was fast tracking. Literally, he made a date like every other day. I was like, whoa, like this is crazy.
Shout outs to him. You can't do nothing but shout guys like that out. Because he's not being a dirtbag. Setting all these standards in your mind. Like, I'm sure that 3-day rule standard has racked up a ton of bodies. And he probably just wants to smash. Like, think about it. When the girls, like Bonnie Blue, right? I think her name is, who smash 100 guys, there will always be guys that line up to do it. He's one of them. He probably doesn't mind. He's young and wants to have fun. And you can't get mad and wonder why guys use you. 3-date rule and you're smashing? What happened to get married? I swear you don't hear it no more. You don't hear him talk about it no more. No morals, no daddies. This is the problem. I'm smashing guys at 3 dates. And you're dating guys every other week. I see ladies saying, oh, I'm going to go off my dates in 2024, 2025. And it's like they had like 40, 50 dates. Crazy.
All right, so look, in a marriage relationship, whatever you want to call it, do you feel like it should be 50-50 in a relationship? Why you feel like that?
Because I ain't going 50.
So you don't feel like the man should put in more work than the woman? Or you
Yes, I do. I feel like, what was that movie? The 80-20? He gonna do 80, I'm gonna do 20. Do it look like I'm doing 50-50?
Why you can't do 50-50? That's your man.
Why am I doing 50-50? I do 50-50.
Because it takes two.
Hold on, I do 50-50. I go to work, he go to work, he pay the bills, I buy the things for the house, I clean, I cook, the other stuff, all that. So yeah, we doing 50-50. We just not doing 50-50 financially.
Is the bedroom important?
Absolutely.
Listen, she got it confused. It says Aunt ain't playing about that 50-50. That's why she's probably sitting there alone with no man in the house. I wouldn't doubt it. I don't know her. I'm not saying if she does or doesn't, but most likely the ones who talk like that, most of the time, nobody's around. It's a ghost town. All he hears, look that way, look this way. You know that like the echo sound, like when you hit a ghost town. That's what it's like. But listen, when guys say 50-50, they don't mean 50-50 split down the middle. It's never 50. Maybe 60-40, 70-30. But you gotta pay something. You gotta pay something.
I hate that it's like, because I'm an ambitious girl, I look good, I have a lot going on. Why am I overqualified? Because I feel like, I don't know what they feel like.
It's delusional.
But why it's like you be overqualified for looking good, having your shit together, working hard? Like, why is it like that in the dating world? Like why can't I, like, it's like you overqualified for being a baddie, like for being a baddie and a boss, or being a woman with an overly driven, like, and then men always be like, no, the right one. Well, I ain't seen it yet, because after a while, all these men get a little intimidated. Whole time, you just be wanting to come home and be a lady, kick your feet up, but it's just like, nah, I'm scared of her. She dangerous, because whatever reason they thinking, like, what's that? What's the science to that?
You sound like LaQuisha. You sound like you just had a fight yesterday. Seriously, you do. That's why they're scared. Nobody wants that. Nobody wants a boss B. Nobody wants that. You need to rethink your life. Seriously. Leave the streets in the streets. That's how you talk. You talk like a lady of the night. Seriously. Men don't want that.
I am so over the male species as a whole right now that, like, if you want to go on a date with me, get us a room on the strip at a resort. Get me a spa to the get me a pass to the spa for a nice massage, and then take me to Carbone. And if it's not that, I'm not gonna waste my time. I'm literally too pretty for this. I cannot do that.
I got tagged in this video and I almost didn't stitch it, but you guys want me to tell her. So here it is. Look, a man's gauge of attractiveness is impacted by what comes out of your mouth. So whether or not the men commenting on your video realize it, they are being impacted.
No, so she wasn't that attractive. She should have said it. She wasn't. Why are you talking like that? You're not that attractive. You're average at best.
Being impacted by what you are saying, because men find entitlement to be so unattractive. The main reason for this is because men at a very young age are trained and conditioned to not be entitled. They have to work hard for what they have. So when that man is looking for a life partner, he needs somebody that helps him and supports him, not somebody that just demands more.
I could have said it better myself.
Potential hot take. Boys, stop responding so fast, please. It's such an ick to me.
People like her are the most annoying people on this entire app. That guy responds to you quickly because he's into you. And I'm also going to tell you that if a guy doesn't respond right away, you may never get a response because he's going to respond whenever it's convenient for him. If he has his phone on him and he's looking forward to talking to you, he's going to respond right then. If he is intentionally waiting because you are playing this weird mind game, he may forget altogether. Then you're going to be upset that he forgot. And if you ask him why he didn't text you back, and he was like, well, you said that I text back too early, so I figured I would try to wait for this like imaginary time that's the perfect time to text back, which doesn't exist because you're crazy, and I forgot. You'd be so upset. Let's be honest. People like her should just be single. Or they should just date the wrong kind of person over and over again and get their heart broken until they wake up. Because newsflash, history is the best teacher. Guys, don't listen to ignorant women like her. Trust me on this. If you're into a girl and she texts you, text her back whenever you want to. There is no magic time. You're either going to do it way too fast or way too late. You're either going to be overbearing, you're obsessed with them, or you don't like them at all in their mind, in the wrong one's mind. It's never going to make sense.
He's right. That man is so right. Why? He has no one he's talking to. I'm talking to 10 guys and banging 7. It's wild.
I'm going to be aggressive because nobody wants to hear this. Because what you want me to say today is actually being a single mother is totally possible. It actually isn't. It was never meant to happen for the human race, number one. Number two, single biggest determiner of whether a mother is a good mother. What do you think it is? This is going to blow your mind when I tell you the answer. Whether they have a supportive partner.
The major argument for good dads is actually, can the dad be there for the mom? Because it's like a direct chain is what we see. What you see is that if you've got a father figure, basically, who's supportive to the mother's energy goes towards the children. But the second that she doesn't have that supportive energy, she collapses, is what happens. And then the kids get started. And we're not actually supposed to be living in a single family household, so it's supposed to be a lot more support towards mom than just dad. But I'm going with standard societal structure. You are a victim of a society that was never meant to work this way.
Yes. You're all victims. We needed someone who's done the studies, all right? She studied on this. And it's true. You're all victims. All that were bought in a single mother household are victims. Boys and girls alike. You already know what happens to the boys. They go to jail. Sometimes the girls go to jail as well, or they become 304s. Why? Daddy issues. Same different toilet. But it's in every household though. Doesn't matter if she's white or black. Most likely we'll get the same results.
If a man texts me and I'm on my way to do any type of woman maintenance, hair, nails, lashes, wax, and I tell you what I'm doing and you don't offer to pay or you just don't send no money, you can really go to him. And you can really lose my number because I don't know, it just bothers my soul knowing I'm telling you what I'm about to do and you know it's gonna involve spending some bread and you ain't sending none. Like, leave me alone forever.
Guys, know this. You talking to a girl. She brings that up. Stop talking to her immediately. The same thing for a man, right? Because she doesn't respect you. If you expect me to participate in that and I'm not smashing, get lost. You don't respect me. Seriously. It'd be different if she said, oh, it's a guy I was smashing. That makes a boatload of a difference. And it's not all about doing that, but that's what it's turned into. Why? Because you're giving it to someone anyway. Might as well be to me. That's how guys feel. Get down with the program.
Dating white men is not going to solve your problem. And this is coming from someone who exclusively dated white boys. It's the same different flavor. You hate black men because the first black man in your life let you down. I get it. I'm the president of Club Daddy Issues. But baby, changing the race that you date ain't gonna change your self-hatred. I mean, let's keep it a buck. If you hate black men as a black woman, you really hate yourself. I've been screwed over by white boys, I've been screwed over by black boys, and regardless of what color it is. You looking for a great white man like there aren't great black men in abundance out here. And if you don't believe that, then you just aren't the woman that you need to be to attract them. Just keeping it real. Maybe you should try working through your trauma because trust me, ain't nothing better than being married to a good black man. So don't blame black men, blame your trauma.
She's right. But I say this on the man's part, you have to look far and search wide to find something good. The same, say if you're dating a woman of the community, you do. Because you never know what you're going to get. It's like a box of chocolates. You're dating her. She's dating this guy. Not paying you any mind. You're stuck. Like a lot of them are forever trying to find the guy here. Hypergamy. It's through the roof. Look at what all of you say. So when you find one that's not like that, keep her. But can you really find one? You can, but is it easy? She may not be available. She may not be around. She may not be in the club. She's probably at home right now eating cornflakes. That's the thing. Like, these women don't go outside. And that's probably a bad thing. We'll never find them.
I was at the gym. I was like, I ain't doing cardio today. I'm good. And in my spirit, I heard, is that the body you want to give your husband? Is that what I want him to have?
Is that the body I want to give my husband?
When you are loving from a whole place, there's a level of caretaking that I want to do for him. And it goes beyond cooking and cleaning, right? But when he walks home and he sees me, I want him to say, that's mine. I want him to be proud of what's waiting for him at home. So loving my body, caring for my body is also how I love you. That's a part of being whole. Do you care about what you're giving the people in your life? Not just your romantic partner. Are you giving them the best parts of you, or are you giving them what's left over?
Whew. She fine too. But that's what guys want. You see her there? Guys want women like her. Fit, feminine, and friendly.
That's what we do, right? Yeah.
We'll whoop up a good meal, lay it down in the kitchen, lay it down in the gym, and lay it down in the bed. And it's wild because a lot of guys right now, like, you have a lot of guys going to the wrong countries, just smashing, not getting anything good, just getting a good time and wasting time. Right? But you can find something like this. Just gotta have your head screwed on right and be ready to put her in position. Put her in position how? Put her in position to get down with everything you got going on. Give her something to do. And when you find something like this, you'll know this is the one. Keep her. Make that your girl. But yeah, guys, thank you for watching. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe. See you next video. Peace out.
Answer's coming.